Thank you, man.
All right, let me get the microphone, please. Hang on.
Pissed off, man.
Mike, hang on, Mike. There you go.
You know, I'll take that over them only give me the round that I knocked them down. That's some bullshit, man. Honestly, because a lot of punches he was hitting my gloves. Yeah, did he move my head? Yeah, but he didn't fucking hurt me. He never put me in danger, not once, man. And it's really dejecting when I don't even get the respect out of the judges. And I've been putting so much fucking time into the sport. And these motherfuckers like straight up just like fucking rape me and don't even kiss me, dude. That's some fucked up ass shit. Honestly, dude, because you want to say I lost? Fine. Tell me I lost. That's cool. But you're gonna tell me that I'm only gonna give me one round, the one round that I drop him in, and the rest, like, I lose? Bullshit, man. Bull fucking shit.
I mean, I know you say you're dejected about the judges, and I don't blame you, but you definitely gave a good performance. And you're a guy that said you were going to retire, a year ago. So you got to feel good about that, right?
You know what? I get there's no moral victory here, nothing like that, man. I came for the win. I came to win. I came to beat Andy. With all due respect, yeah, did he beat me? Yeah, maybe, I give him maybe like 7 rounds, at most. And I'm the one in the ring. I know what's going on in there. And these fucking judges, like straight up, I get no respect from them. No fucking respect. I honestly believe that judges should wear like some noise canceling headphones so they don't get swayed by the crowd. Because, dude, they're all cheering and boo, and they're hitting me with my fucking glove. How is that a fucking point? And you're hitting me with my gloves. You're hitting me with me having my hands up. That's bullshit. My respect goes out to Andy. Yeah, maybe he did beat me, but he didn't beat me the way the judges make it seem. And like, it's honestly, these judges need to be held accountable. I'm not feeling like fucking LeBron James. Need to have some accountability and why they scored it like that. Why are you only going to give me 1 round? How? How are you going to give me just 1 round?
I think you bring up a great point because oftentimes in boxing we hear, oh, well, the right guy won or whatever. But you're right. It's not enough. The judges have to get the rounds right, too. So what do you think is the solution?
One thing, and honestly, I believe that they need to put some headphones on because I feel like they get swayed by the crowd. They do. Just like how Naki, did he beat me? Maybe. But like a lot of punches that I got hit were hitting the gloves. A lot of them were hitting the gloves. You telling me that's a point? That's a point if you hit me in the gloves? What the fuck? Not like, again, not taking nothing away from Andy. You want to give him the victory? Fine. But don't rape me.
Chris, you're a guy that said that you regretted not giving it more of your all when you were younger, but you're doing your best now, and you got to be pretty. I know you wanted to win, obviously, and there's no moral victories like you said, but you got to be pretty proud of. I mean, you dropped him hard. That was no flash knockdown.
Yeah, I give myself all the credit. I give Joe all the credit because we were trained. We trained hard for this fight. We were ready for this fight, man. Like I never overlooked him, and I did everything I had to do in the gym, man. And well, what can I say, man? I'm dejected. I am. Personally, there's no more victory to me. People say, "Oh, you did good, you did great," but like, fuck, these asshole judges see something different. Like, how? How do you guys see that? I don't get it. I got hit in the gloves. I was moving my head. Like, I'm still all right. Like, I didn't come out with no big old black eye. My nose wasn't busted. Like, come on, guys.
Chris, you rocked him there in the second. Did you feel like you really hurt him to perhaps finish the fight?
I absolutely hurt him, but Andy's a very dangerous fighter. We've seen that against AJ, and I didn't want to get caught with a sucker punch, and I wanted to make sure that I measured him and I caught him right. That right hand hit him flush in the chin, and it put him down. He didn't put me down, and honestly, you could probably watch the fight again. He probably hit me 1 or 2 good times. I hit him countless amount of times with the right hand, and the jab was snapping his head back. Like, he may have speed, he may have power, but He didn't hurt me. He didn't fucking hurt me.
You rocked him hard again in the third. His knees folded. Do you now looking back at it perhaps regret that you didn't really push it there in the third?
Nah, man, this is boxing, man. It's a dangerous sport. And I did what I had to do, you know. I was cautious and I was trying to catch him again, obviously. But again, everything behind the jab and everything behind the counter, I wasn't going to just go in there and be an AJ and throw fucking caution to the wind. You know, he was always a dangerous fighter. We're Mexican fighters. We get up and we get up to fight.
Did you see, speaking of fights, did you see the fights in the stands? Did you catch any of that?
Nah, man, I just heard all the crowd like hooting and hollering. I was like, holy shit, there's something going on in the crowd. And I wasn't going to stop and watch, but I did hear them. I did hear the fans.
Chris, did you expect a better Andy Ruiz and all the hype surrounding the two Canelo moves? Was he as good or was he better? What did you really feel from him?
No, I was better. That's the key. I was a better fighter. They didn't expect this Chris Arreola. You know, no disrespect to him. You know, he came out in great shape, and he was in great shape. This fighter would beat AJ, would easily knock out AJ, but he couldn't do that shit to me because I am a better fighter. I came in great condition. I was ready for Andy. Everything he had to offer, I was ready for it, man. And fucking judges, suck my dick.
Chris, I had it 116, 111. You said you're happy with, you know, they're gonna.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'll take that all day, you know. Over like 118. Come on, that means they only gave me one fucking round. One round. Like honestly, they honestly need to have some accountability. They need to show me how and why they judge the rounds like that. Like honestly, how? How, dude? A lot of punches like this. And yeah, did my glove hit my face? Fuck, my own glove hit my face. Sorry. But dude, his glove never touched me in my face in order for them to give him that fucking round, man.
You're always giving it your all. That I expect. I can't speak for it now. Have we seen the last thing? I know you're frustrated, but you know what? Fuck these judges. I want to come back and I want to.
You know, these judges just leave a sour taste in my mouth, man. It makes me feel like, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this when they're fucking turning around and just raping me? And that's exactly what I got right now. I got it straight up the ass, like for reals. Yeah, no Vaseline, Joe. It hurt. I cried.
That's not fair.
I know it's not fair at all. You know, like for real, man. Like, do I want to fight again? Of course I want to fight again. I'm a fighter. This is what I do. This is what I do for a living. I'm still on the top of the game. I'm still coherent. You still understand what the fuck I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And it bothers me. It really is bothersome to lose like that.
You know, to your point, you said that you were better than they expected. You were a big prospect. You're always a talented guy. You admitted you didn't give it your all earlier on, but now you know two straight tough guys in Kovnatski and Ruiz. You gave them both really good fights. Why not fight like a Dillian White next? There's Luis Ortiz. Who do you want to fight? I think there's some really big fights for you still.
You know what? You know, I'm gonna do whatever Al tells me. If I fight a Ruiz again, hell yeah, let's do that shit again. Let's run it back. You know, I think another Ruiz fight will be great. But Dillian White, you know, at the end of the day, Dillian White, is that the steroid guy? Is that the guy that sets his got popped for steroids or some shit? Oh, whatever. Regardless, man, I don't care. Whoever wants to fight me, they could get it. You know, this fight was just.
Let's go to the Zoom questions, please. Andrew, take it away.
Sorry, man. Sorry. I'm very just in my own little fucking world.
Go ahead,
We'll take a
Andrew.
couple questions from Zoom now. As y'all can see, we also have Joe Goosen on the dais. Our first question here will come from Jeremy Harridges. Jeremy, please unmute yourself, say who you're with, and ask your question.
Hi, this is Jeremy Harridges with Insided.com. Chris, I noticed that you got hit in like the left shoulder blade somewhere around the 8th round. How did that affect you, and what did you feel for the remainder of the fight?
Nah, it didn't affect me. It's just part of boxing, man. It's just shake it off and keep fucking fighting. You know, it's part of boxing. There's always injuries in boxing. There's always injuries in sparring. You know, that's why we spar so much. You know, because things happen sparring, and gotta learn to overcome them. And trust me, it had no bearing in the fight. It had no bearing on the scorecard. and I kept fighting the way I fight. You know, I kept throwing the jab, and you know, let's be honest. You know, he had a good jab. He had a good jab himself. But trust me, if you guys look back at it and turn down the volume, I snapped his head back a lot with my jab. A lot more than he snapped my head back.
Around the ring, you looked very quick on your feet. How much do you attribute that to your conditioning and your weight for this fight?
You know what? You guys are always harboring in weight, but it's not about weight. It's about being in boxing condition. That's what I attribute all this moving around, being able to move around. We're in boxing shape. You know, if you tell me to go run a marathon, I couldn't run a marathon right now. But if you tell me to go another 12 rounds, I may be able to go another 12 rounds. I'm in great boxing shape. Let's remember that. We are training for a boxing fight. We're not training to run. We're not training for nothing. You know, me and Joe and Jonathan, we worked every day on our toes, inside, outside, whatever it was, we were ready for whatever we had to do to win the fight.
It's going to come from Jim Conlon. Jim, please unmute yourself, say who you're with, and ask your question.
Hi, Chris. I'm just wondering, in those closing last championship rounds, in the corner in the 10th round, did you and your coach feel that you were ahead going in those 2 rounds?
No, then we never counted the judges. We never thought we were ahead. And the thing, we never talk about that. We talk about working, about winning rounds one by one. And you know, dude, honestly, I gave myself 1 or 2 of those rounds, and I wasn't tired. I was never tired. You know, the one thing I was just very cautious about him, very cautious about his counterpunch, very cautious about his right hand. You know, a lot of punches I caught in my gloves. I moved my head. Yeah, I actually moved my head. You know, I countered too. I was countering pretty good too. I wasn't getting no credit for none of that shit. I didn't get no oohs and ahs for that, and it's very dejecting, very pisses me off.
Knocked Dandy in the 2nd round. Did you feel at that stage you were going to take him if that was possible? Another knockout was on the card in that 2nd round?
I didn't want to get confident like AJ did. You know, talking about Andy, he's one of those fighters that get back up and he throws more punches, and he throws punches with power because he doesn't want to. He has that Mexican spirit, and I had to be cautious. Yeah, I knew he was hurt. He was still hurt even in the 4th round after that. And you know what? That's boxing, man. You know, I respected him a little too much. Maybe I respected his power a little too much, and I didn't go in for the kill. But you know, with all due respect, I had to do it.
Thanks, Jim. We'll throw it back to the venue.
Joe, question for you. Joe, question for you over here. Yeah. How would you assess Chris's performance tonight?
I thought it exceeded what the boxing world was probably expecting. I think exceeded what the fans were expecting. The critics, I read all this stuff after the weigh-in. I usually don't go on this media or whatever. As I look at it, and everyone's going, "Wow!" It's I go, "They think Chris is like hasn't trained for this, or that he can fight?" And so he did what he was going to do. I just thought he was going to knock out Andy Ruiz. Tell you the truth, I never told him anything except we're going to win this fight, and we're going to hurt this guy. And when he knocked him down in the 2nd round and hurt him in the 3rd, I was very nonplussed. I was just like taking it in stride because I was expecting that to happen. So I was very happy with his performance. I mean, I wish we would have gotten a better shake on the cards. But look, again, and I've said it before, I said it after the Kovnatski fight, there are very few times you can fight and lose on the scorecards, but win. You know, you win the public, you win the boxing fans, maybe the press, the promoter for sure. I had California commission officials coming up to me going, wow, we were blown away. That was like an incredible. We didn't expect Chris to box, number one, or to hurt Ruiz. See, Chris never got wobbled. He never got hurt. He never got dropped. Yeah.
So CompuBox said Chris landed 109 punches and Andy landed 161, and none of the judges gave Chris anything to the third. What do you think went wrong, perhaps, that Chris was not getting any rounds awarded to him?
I don't know. If you look at the,
I say the crowd.
oh,
I'm gonna answer that. I'm gonna say the crowd because every time I got hit, honestly, you guys watch again. I get hit in the gloves, and the crowd goes wild because obviously he's strong and he's gonna move me, but he can hit me. How you gonna score something like it's hitting me in the gloves? What the?
yeah, we worked very hard on blocking and head movement. Chris blocked 99.9% of those left hooks. Did he get hit with a couple of hooks? Yeah, sure. I mean, it's a fight. But all the big ones, because he kept repeating himself, he'd throw that right hand, that quick hook off of it. And we were expecting it. We knew what we had to look out for. But we put as many rounds in defensively in the gym as we did offensively. So we were prepared for it. And I thought Chris did an outstanding job defensively.
Yeah, Chris, what was the deal with your left arm? I noticed you were shaking it a bunch. You were looking at it. You're maybe below your arm, your hands.
No, it was like once. I was probably after the ninth round. He hit me like in the shoulder blade, and I almost felt like he almost located my shoulder. Like for real, he's a strong dude, man. And I just had to shake it off and just keep fighting, man. It's just part of boxing, man. I'm an old dude. There's a couple things that cricks and crackles and shit like that, but other than that, man, it did not affect you. I kept throwing the hand. I kept throwing my jab and stuff like that. And honestly, when I threw my jab, I snapped his head back a couple times, more than a couple times, man.
And lastly, in Andy Ruiz, he's younger, of course, and he's a guy like yourself that's battled some weight issues and, scrutiny. What do you see in him that maybe reminds you of yourself, or like where do you see him going, I guess?
Wherever he wants to go. And to be honest with you, he's going to have another opportunity. He's going to have more opportunities to prove himself, and if he wants to run it back, God willing, let's do it again. This wasn't a bad fight. It was a great fight in my eyes. And, wherever we go, I'm ready. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with keep fighting. I'm okay with retiring. I'm okay with whatever happens, man.
You fought Wilder and Andy now. Who wins if they fight each other?
Andy. And the only reason I say Andy is because,
Where are you?
his hands feeding and
Where
he's
are you?
relentless. But, then again, let's think about this. If he stays on the outside, Wilder chews him up. He can't do that. He has to get his ass in the inside, move his head, and get back in there, But I'll be Wilder my damn self.
Thank you.
We done?
We have
Yes.
One interview over here for you. You gotta come down.
Come on, what up?
Right here for you. Oh, thanks. We'll start press questions for Andy Ruiz, please.
Thank you, brother. Yeah, you guys did good. Yeah. Of course, just fucking rusty as fuck. Got to get back. No, I just couldn't find my distance.
Bueno.
Yeah. All right, brother. We'll see you.
Yeah. Keep in contact.
Hey,
You did good.
this is the guy of the night right here.
Yeah.
Junior,
Yeah.
Hey, nice to meet you.
Metro Boomin, make it bomb.
AJ, relax.
Hey, Andy, congratulations on the victory. Obviously, first fight with Eddie, so reigning trainer of the year. Of course, it takes some time to work on things, I'm sure, different camps. What did you learn in your first fight with Eddie?
Just I gotta get back to work. You know, we learned a lot with throwing the combinations and all that, but I think the rustness it showed. So I got to get back in the ring. Haven't fought in a year and a half, and you know we could have done more, but you know Chris ARREOLA was a tough guy. You know, I kind of underestimated him, and he got me with the clean right hand, and he did good.
Yeah, I mean, if he had a lot of ring rust, quick wake-up call there with the round two, and then of course against Joshua, you were knocked down and stormed back. So was it? I mean, obviously you don't want to get knocked down, but was it good to maybe get the resiliency again, show your heart?
Of course, you know, like I said, when you go down, you could climb back up. You know, you just gotta pray to God, and that's exactly what I did when I got dropped, and you know, we got the victory.
Hey, Andy, did you feel you were trying to force the knockout early on? You came out, you like exchanged with him, and you got caught. Do you feel that was your mistake? What did Eddie tell you? It appears you gained your composure throughout the fight.
You know, I feel like I could have done a lot more, you know, a lot more that we practice in the gym, but I think that rustness kind of happened. But you know, I couldn't really get my distance, but he did a really good job, you know. I think I should have put my hands a little bit more up, bob and weave a little bit more, but you know, things happen, but just got to get back to the gym, back to the ring, and stay busy.
How would you rate this performance?
It was probably like 60%. You know, I feel like I could have done a lot more. But like I said, like the ring rust, it was a little different, and you know, I feel I should have just stayed more in the ring.
Andy, there in the second round when you got dropped, you came back and started firing off, and the flurry looked a lot like your fight with Anthony Joshua. Was that going in the back of your mind that you're about to go through hell again to get through this fight?
Yeah, of course. You know, like I say, you get dropped, you got to climb back up, and I think that's the Mexican warrior of us true fighters. You know, we get dropped, we got to come back even stronger, and you know, thanks to God, we got the victory. But it was a tough fight, you know. He got me with the clean right hand, but I don't feel I was like super hurt, but I didn't see it, and you know, I just gotta do much better for the next fight, and you know, stay busy. I think that's what happened with the long layoff.
How did it feel fighting at 256 today?
It felt good, but I think that ring rust, I couldn't find my distance, you know. But of course, ARREOLA did a job.
What did it feel like having Eddie in the corner? Do you feel like he was the missing ingredient from a strategy perspective to really change the course of that fight? You got rocked in the third too, and they're in tears there for a second again.
Yeah, for a minute, like I said, I think the ring rust and putting my hands down a little bit, I kind of got overconfident with him, you know, and he got me with a clean shot. But the main thing is that we came back stronger, and you know, I won the fight.
And the question for Eddie, how would you assess Andy's performance tonight?
¿Cómo crees que hice la pelea?
Miren, lo más,
¿Qué te pareció el
lo
rendimiento?
más importante que pasó esta vez para Andy Ruiz fue que logramos meterlo a la disciplina, logramos perder kilos que le sobraban, logramos reactivarlo otra vez al boxeo.
The most important thing here is that we were able to provide him with discipline. We took some weight off, and we were able to reactivate his passion and his love for boxing.
Mentalmente no es el mismo Andy Ruiz de hace un año, mentalmente está muy por encima de ese Andy Ruiz que perdió con Joshua. Sabemos y tenemos confianza en el trabajo que estamos haciendo y sí les aseguro que pronto va a ser campeón del mundo. Yo tengo mucha confianza en él y lo más importante es que ganamos y hizo cosas también que no había hecho en otras peleas.
Mentally, he's so far above and beyond from the time that he lost to Joshua. And I can promise this, he's going to be a world champion once again. We're going to keep working hard and we're going to keep achieving what we want to achieve.
Hubo una cosa que dijo ahorita Andy Ruiz que me llamó mucho la atención y se las quiero compartir. Cuando estaba cambiando ya ahorita después de la pelea, dice, ya me quiero ir al gimnasio, ya quiero regresar al gimnasio. Entonces creo que eso es muy importante para él.
Something that Andy told me just now, and I want to share it with you guys, is that as soon as his fight was over and Andy was, getting dressed, he told me, I want to go back to the gym again and, get back to work. And that made me so happy. And that,
y esa es la
that gets me
mentalidad
so
de un
excited.
campeón y de alguien que quiere llegar a ser campeón mundial otra vez. La verdad, con eso me voy, estoy muy contento y lo quiero felicitar por todo pues, los huevos que le echó en la preparación.
That's the mentality of a world champion. And I want to congratulate him. That's what a world champion does. And all credit to him for winning this fight.
Is the plan to lose more weight, Andy, or you're going to just stick at it this week?
I think I'm going to stick at this weight, but get more tying up, I think the ring rust really showed. So, but like, again, I didn't fight no bum, This guy's a veteran. He knows exactly what he did and how he trained. He was really hard and really prepared for this fight. And like I said, I underestimated him, but Chris Arreola did good. But the main thing is that he dropped me, I got back up, and I pursued and got the victory.
Felicidades por la pelea. Eddie, ¿cuál fue el mensaje que le diste a Andy entre el segundo y el tercer round cuando están aprietos para calmarlo, para quizá regresarle la táctica al
Pues
combate?
que se relajara, que se calmara, incluso en el segundo round él cerró bien y que no cometiera los mismos errores que lo hicieron, que lo tumbaran. Estaba bajando un poco la izquierda, lo agarraron en un contragolpe. Entonces creo que lo más importante es que a partir del tercer o cuarto round empezó a meterse en ritmo la pelea y hizo las cosas a su manera.
Okay, so the question was that what did you tell Andy between the second and the third round when he was kind of wobbly? And Eddie's response was that I told him to focus, calm down, he was letting the left hand get to him a little bit. So I just told him to refocus and, get his head back in the game. And that's exactly what he did. And now another question in Spanish that I'll translate.
Actually, for Andy, have you received any text, any call from Canelo after the fight? And what did he say?
No, not yet. We just, the fight was just over, but I'm pretty sure he's gonna hit me up and tell me you should have fucking put your hands up and this and that. But like I said, the ring rust showed, and as long as we got the victory, and I got to get back to the gym. It's not like if I look super bad, I threw my combinations, I got them with good shots, he got me with good shots. I thought we gave the fans what they wanted to see, but I did underestimate him. But we got to get back to the gym. The main thing, get back to the gym, stay disciplined, and working forward.
And you're talking about ring rust and everything, but you did get the win. And last time I saw you was in Arabia, where you were dejected, you were upset that you said you didn't give it your all. I know you trained a lot harder this time. You must feel good now.
Yeah, of course. But I didn't do the performance that I wanted to do. But like I told everybody, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna be 120% like from all the years that I haven't fought. But as long as we got the victory, we did pretty good. But I feel I could have done a lot more.
You talk about ring rust. We hear it a lot in boxing. It's a big problem. But of course, Eddie has Canelo. Canelo's fighting. He fought in December. He fought in February. He's fighting again in May. Is that something you want to do, or something close to that, where you can stay active and get your name out there, more money,
exactly,
better shape?
Exactly. I got to stay busy. I got to stay focused. And I've been out of the game for a year and a half or a little bit longer. So I got to stay active. I got to stay busy. And I want to fight again, probably like in
2 or 3 months. You know, I want to stay busy because I just felt the ring rust, and I don't want to feel that again. You know, I got to get back in the gym for sure.
Yeah, I was talking to Luis Ortiz earlier today. He said he was here to scout you out, that he wants you next. Have you heard who you're fighting next yet, or what might be a possibility?
I haven't yet, but we just got to talk to Saul Heyman, and you know, I think that would be an exciting fight as well. You know, me and Luis Ortiz, but I just got to get back in the ring, got to get back onto training so I could feel good, feel better, and take this ring rust out of here. I'm actually happy that it lasted 12 rounds. You know, because you know we did the rounds, but you know, got to get back to the gym.
I'm going to take a couple Zoom questions. Andrew, go ahead. 2 questions from Zoom, and then we'll come back to the room.
Our first question is going to come from Jeremy Harris, fan-sided. Jeremy, please unmute yourself and you can ask a question.
Andy, congratulations on your victory. Looking at the CompuBox stats from round 6 onward, your punch output increased and your accuracy increased. Did you feel a moment within the fight where you started to feel more comfortable and it kind of became easier to you?
I did. I started feeling more comfortable later after the rounds were getting longer, and you know, I think the first to 4th round I was feeling the rust, but I was getting back to my style, back to my rhythm. But you know, I know I could have done a lot better, but you know, things happen, and I just got to get back in the ring.
Thanks, Jeremy. Emmanuel, please unmute yourself and you can ask a question.
Hola Andy, hola. Preguntarte, ¿qué crees que siga para ti ahora? ¿Va a estar ocupado? Obviamente parece que va a estar ocupado todo el año en los cinturones completos. Preguntarte si te gustaría enfrentar a Don Ty Wilder. Hay otros nombres, ¿no? Usyk, por ahí. ¿Qué te gustaría para este resto del 2021?
The question is for Andy, what he has in mind for the rest of 2021. There is lots of names out there.
Pues ahorita me quiero poner para atrás para el ring, para el gimnasio, quiero practicar más, eso es lo que me faltó más, a entrenar más, pero era una gran experiencia. La Arreola era algo fácil o nada así. Él vino para pelear y pues hice lo que tenía que hacer, y pues ahorita es disfrutar la victoria y ir para atrás para el gimnasio para comenzar a aprender más.
Well, I'm saying that it's a great experience at ARREOLA, but it's time to go back to the gym to continue training and getting back. That's a plan for 2021.
Thanks, Emmanuel. Our next one is going to come from J.R. Bell. J.R., please unmute yourself and you can ask your question.
All right there, Andy. Going over the course of this particular fight, you were using punch to the body or jab to the body. How important a weapon is that, you know, in this particular fight that you had against Chris ARREOLA to break him down over the course of the rounds?
It was really important to break him down here and there, but I was seeing the fights. Every jab that I was giving him in the body, I was putting hand down, and I think that's when he caught me with the right hand. And during those rounds, I started recognizing the right hand, and I started seeing him a little bit more. But you know, he got me with the good right hand, and I got back up, and you know, I finished the job and what I had to do. But of course, I had to break him down.
All right, thanks, JR. Let's go back to questions.
Andy, before you walked into the room, Chris was very, very upset with the way the judges scored the fight. 2 judges gave him only the 2nd round. The third gave him the 3rd round as well. He felt the fight was a lot closer than what it ended up being scored at. Did you feel the fight was close at any point? And did you feel ARREOLA was also fading towards the last half of the fight, and you were clearly the stronger fighter?
Yeah, I think he was doing pretty good. I think he won more than 2 rounds. I agree with him. And like I said, the ring rust really, I really felt the ring rust, and it kind of showed. I felt I could have done a lot more, but I think the body shots and the combinations that I was giving him, I kind of broke him down a little bit. And, you know, I don't think he could have really adjust the right hand anymore after he clocked me. But you know, things happen for a reason. I got to get back in the gym, and it was a really great experience.
Question for you. You said that Andy will no doubt be a world heavyweight champion once again. of course, like we said, it takes time to learn things. We saw with Oscar Valdez that, everything didn't click until later on. Now it clicked. Andy said he wants to fight in 2 or 3 months. How many more fights would you like Andy to get before he fights for a world title again?
Eddie, la pregunta es que ¿cuántas peleas te gustaría que Andy tenga antes de pelear por un título mundial, considerando que recién acaba de volver después de un parate bastante extenso?
Pues me gustaría otra pelea, de perdida mínimo, otra pelea para entrar en más ritmo y mínimo unos 4 o 5 meses de estar entrenando en el gimnasio. Como ustedes saben, en la pandemia también paró mucho los entrenamientos, entonces él prácticamente viene de entrenar 3, 4 meses ya en un buen nivel, entonces 6 meses, en 6 meses estamos listos para que le pongan a que sea.
I would at least want him to have one more fight and 4 or 5 months of consistent training. Overall, give him 6 months and he will be ready.
We'll finish up 2 questions to Marcos, and we're done.
Andy, can you, and also Eddie, can you guys talk about the adjustments you guys made in the fights to get past, the knockdowns and you getting stunned by Chris in order to get the decision that you guys got?
Well, I had to toughen up. He got me with the clean right hand. I was dropping my left hand a little bit, and he caught me. But we made adjustments. We got the victory. I had to break him down here and there, and I think we both did an exciting job, and we gave the fans what they wanted to see.
We all asked Chris this, and us seated here in the arena. I believe, like in the 4th round, a big old brawl happened in the stands. Were you aware of that? Did you see what was going on?
No, I didn't see until one of my homies told me that there's a few fights over there. They're probably like, "Hey, this is Chris Arreola. No, this is Andy," and they're all fighting each other. But that's excitement. That's excitement. That's what people want to see. Not the brawls in the stadium, but things happen. But I think we gave the fans what they wanted to see. I felt I could have done a lot more, but like I said, the ring rust really showed, and I felt it.
Finally, Andy, how good did it feel to hear the reaction from the crowd when you stepped out and during the fight?
The reaction, some of them were booing, some of them were happy, some of them were applauding, but like I said, it's happened for a reason. Arreola did an amazing job. There's nothing bad to say about him. He came here to fight, he came here to win, he's not a easy fight, so I'm underestimating him a little bit, but we got the victory though.
Any closing comments, Andy, and then we'll wrap it up. Any closing comments?
I just got to get back in the gym, got to get back in the gym. And I know that rust showed, but I think the strong in me, and when he dropped me, I was still praying to God. I was like, please give me that strength. I need to get back up. I need to win this fight. And what do you know? We end up winning the fight. And I just gotta get back in the gym and be active. I'm ready to fight again, probably like in 2 months. And just gotta be active.
Okay, thank you. AJ, we've seen you this whole promotion. What do you have to say for final thoughts?
I just gotta say, I'm just too proud of my dad when he won the fight and stuff, and my dad did good. Chris Arreola did good too, and stuff, but thanks to God for everything.
You're a good son. Thank you.